Alright guys, so sometimes I forget to video things. I just get such a push to get things done. Okay, this dresser td25g, these are the ones we were working on last year. They sat pretty much all year, and he kind of gave up on he used to do all the fire stuff, but he got sick of dealing with the Forest Service and all their ridiculous requirements to put fires out. So he said, to hell with them, I'll just start, well anyway, he gave up on the government. So as you can see, he's got a kind of a road building project here. And we put segments on it the other day. I got to go back over these segments again with the 1-inch impact and cinch them up. But had a really bad leak here in this valve block on top of the transmission. And we're going to have to do something. I got to get a hold of him because that transmission fluid is just milk. We got to dump that shit, change the filters on it, and put fresh oil in there. That's not good. You know, you might be able to get away with a little while on a hydraulic system with a gear pump, and it's not even good for a gear pump. I mean, it'll cause cavitation and, you know, eat the pumps up. It's just not good, period, having water in your oil. You can get away with it a little bit, and a little bit more forgiving, you know, on a hydraulic system, lifting a blade up or something. And it's not even good. I mean, it's not good for anything, because I'll tell you what water does. All those seals in them cylinders, it rots them out. It's just bad all the way around. Anyway, thank God I haven't had one of these valve blocks off one of these dozers before, and I seen where it was leaking, so I pulled about 100 hoses off of there. And I was hoping that it was just O-rings and some recesses in the face of the transmission. And my thinking was right. I'm glad I was thinking, man, I hope it's not some special impregnated gasket or something that we can't get anymore or whatever. You know, that's usually the way it goes. But it's just O-rings, and they're just flat and hard. I'm trying to find something metal here. And who knows, did I get as you're trying to position the camera, you get it all greasy and shit with your finger. I gotta dig all these O-rings out of here. I don't know if you can even see what we're doing and down in this hole here. I'm gonna try to position that right there, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything or not. Trying to keep the shit out of the transmission, for one thing. There's one O-ring. Oh yeah, they're just hard and brittle. Flat, hard, brittle. But this oil's got to get dumped and changed. Most definitely. Oh, hopefully I got enough of these. There's quite a few of them in here. In my O-ring kit. I had a local mechanic here. His name's Carl. He was a pretty good mechanic, you know, and he did a lot of work kind of like me, and around here is an independent guy. He worked for Deere for years. He was a kind of their head baler guru for a lot of years, and really good guy. And he had bad asthma problems, I guess, and I never knew that. And he got COVID, and with that asthma problems that he's had, and with the combination of COVID, it just damn near killed him. He's in pretty bad shape, and he had to sell a service truck, and yeah, it's not good. I had a bunch of fucking people call me because he can't do the work anymore. He's, you know, and it's nothing. I wish he was still doing it. I can't really. Some of these guys I've had to say, no, I can't do anymore. I mean, I can't keep up with what I got. sucks, man. I just kind of feel bad for the guy, you know. Kind of nice that is slanted the way it is downhill. It's all running off instead of going down, so. Okay, there's one more. In here. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. Alright, 10 of those. Let me turn my light off so it ain't dead when I get back. Let me see if I can go scrounge up 10 of these in an O-ring kit somewhere, hopefully. I could definitely use some 3/8 guide studs for this, because I might give him a call and see if he can go get me some 3/8 all thread and cut some. Sure would be nice. I don't know. Look at these O-rings. Yeah, there's your problem. Okay. See if I can find some O-rings. So on this section of the video here, I accidentally hit the time-lapse video, so this could be a spot to tell you that in the future I should have a couple of good videos, because we're going to be he has another dozer just like this one, and we're going to be resealing the finals and pulling the finals all apart. So there's some good videos upcoming in the future. Okay. I actually had a couple long 3/8 bolts that I cut the heads off of. This one hose here is going to be a problem child. But at least I should be able to lower it down on those bolts and slide it on there without knocking all my O-rings out of there. Let me go get the block. I like the way you talk. Get in there nice and deep like, boy. Okay. Let's see if we can finagle this thing down in there. And not knock a bunch of dirt and shit down in the transmission. I like the way you talk. Well, this one hose is going to have to come off. I cannot deal with that thing. It is being a pain in my ass. My arse. Let's get this piece of shit here out of the way. Let me guess. Different size. And of course. Why would it be any other way? As I knock dirt and everything else down in the transmission. Yeah. I like the way you talk. I don't know why I like saying that. I just like saying that. I'm gonna put that down there, maybe. Okay. Now, to get you now, you prick. Okay. Why are you not going down under? What are you doing? Is this hose fucking with me? I think this one hose should still go down on there. Why are you fighting me so? What the hell's going on here? Did I like miss the mark here or something? I think I'm... Dude, I think this son of a bitch right here might be screwing with me. Let me get this one over here. That one over there. Let me clean that off with brake clean again. Looks like it's just not going straight down on these guide studs. Brake clean's probably not the best for the O-rings, but it's way better than dirt, I guess, huh? I'm wondering if I had... That's what I'm wondering, if it's actually the guide stud was in that hole right there, you know, and not... And remember, you're standing on your head here. Oh, just had it. There. Okay. Bung Holio. I'll show you some tough. That guy's so full of shit, his eyes are brown. It's like listening to a politician. He's just full of shit. Yeah. Damn it. Let me get my angle impact thing, whatever you call it there. I don't want to get too carried away there. I might have got a little carried away there. Actually, wonder if I'd... Yeah, you gotta joke around every now and then and do stupid shit, especially when you're by yourself. Keep your sanity. better save them there guide studs for a future occurrence. Might come in handy. Damn, did I really screw up here or something? That bolt seems like it's longer. Wait a second. The hell, why does that bolt seem like it's so much longer? Did I put the wrong bolt in the wrong place? Thinking I did. Didn't realize there was one longer than the other one. Let's take a gander at her, huh? Yes, that bolt is longer. Maybe there? I don't know. Or does that one go in the back? I did not pay attention to that. Let me take this back one back out. I don't know. Definitely one that's longer. I don't know, let's put that one there, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it's got to go here. There's the same amount of shoulder sticking up now. Well, they're 3/8 bolts, so I guess I'll torque them to like 35 foot-pounds. That's usually what a 3/8 bolt gets torqued to. Alright, so we're putting all the hoses back on. We had 2, 3 on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go, I think. Okay, this one here, which right here. I wonder, before I tighten that one, maybe I'll put this one on. Let's see now. I do remember that this one over here with this wrap on it was kind of a dirty bastard. Let me spray that off. And I must have taken the brake clean down there or something. First thing this morning, I climbed up on the tracks of this thing, and I was looking at the oil pressure. He said that engine oil pressure gauge quit working. Well, I started it, and I climbed off of it to get something out of the truck, and stepped on a big rock and rolled my ankle right out of the gates like son of a bitch. I didn't even spray off the part that I was trying to clean out. Okay. That looks pretty in there now. But that hose right there has got to go down in here. Like so. Yes, sir. Must have went between one of them, the way the angle is. It had to have gone over the top of one of these. Had to. Okay. Must have been where it went. Okay. So then, there's that one there. There should be another one. Okay, where's this one here at? That's the one I'm looking for next. Is it this one? No, that one goes there. This one goes over here. That one's gonna go right there. I'm missing a hose here. Where in the hell's it at? Where in the hell is that hose at? Okay, I see it now. Oh, ooh, good catch. That's back in here. Okay, that's got shit all in it now too. Probably should have plugged them, but that works pretty good too. I didn't think I was going to be dragging them around in the shit here, but been nice if I could have just tightened up some bolts and a valve block and it would have sealed up and been done with it, but you know, it never can be that easy. And I don't think I got enough number 6 plugs. My kit, there's so many damn hoses on this thing. I got another td25g down in Oak Run, California that I gotta go look at that won't in high range. The left side ain't working. I gotta go look at that eventually. I called him, and we're gonna dump the oil in this transmission and get some fresh oil in it, change the filter. Gotta get my arm past. Fuck. Alright, so I got my light out of there. There's a little inspection plate that bolts in from the bottom. And somebody welded this eye to it so they could lift the belly pan up in from the, which is what I did when I had this belly pan off last time. I took my crane right in the cab and just wrapped a strap around this eye here and lifted the belly pan up with my crane and bolted it on there. I had a John Deere 850B that was on a fire one time, and it blew a hose on the high pressure hose too on the hydrostat, and it was on the fire line clear at the top of the hill, and it was I'm not kidding you, it was a mountain like that, and it was at the top, straight up, straight down. Yeah, I had a Polaris 800 four-wheel drive four-wheeler that I took in on a trailer, and I rode it to the top of the mountain. And I had figured out what I needed, and I got back in my service truck and went clear back to Klamath Falls from Happy Camp. And then I made a hose, went clear back, started carting oil up there at the fort. Anyway, got it all back together, and I was sitting there pondering how I was going to get that belly pan on there. And what I did is I had a bunch of chains I packed up the hill with me on my four-wheeler, and I got the chains wedged under each side of the belly pan to where they would stay, and I raised the blade up and the ripper up kind of at the same time, and I lifted it up far enough to where I could get the belly pan up there, and I got a bolt started in it, and I sucked it up, and then I got the rest of the bolts in it. But there's always, if there's a will, there's a way you can do it. So don't give up too easy, guys. You can't be no quit in you. I look at every day when I'm doing this shit. Sometimes I look at it, you know, every day is just another battle in the war, and I ain't gonna lose the war. I might lose a battle here and there. I will win the war. That's the way I look at it. Okay, so we got all that. I'm gonna get the tools out of the cab. Put them down here so when I test drive this thing, let me get those out and I'll be back with you. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Hopefully I didn't forget to tighten the hose. Battery disconnect is on. That's up. Okay. Oh yeah, this is back. I forgot. Accelerator pedal. So oil pressure gauge is not working. What's funny is you turn the key on, it was working this morning. So you turn the battery disconnect on. See how it goes back. So is Let's take the screws out of the back of that and look at that, just to make sure there's not a bad connection here or some goofy thing going on. Something right here. Connection here on this, or I guess if it keeps giving us trouble, we could always just put a mechanical gauge in it. Got something bad connection here. These poor old girls, they get the shit shook and beat out of them. Most of the time, this kind of connector gets corroded. And I've taken these things before and went like this and bent them all out. Or they make better contact. May not even be that, it might be a wire loose in there or something on one of these. So I took and bent all these little tabs out. Let's see what that does. This goes in like that, so it's got to be. charging 27 volts, which is fine because it's just like a 12-volt system. You want to overcome the potential difference of the battery, so you're looking for a couple volts higher than what it charges. So she's charging, but we're not getting any. Either this gauge is bad, and that, let's see, these are all numbered, but I guess I could see what I've got power on and what I don't. Let me get a. Well, guys, so you wanted me to get all his gauges working, so I got to bring my soldering gun back. This wire here is broke on the little brass piece here. It's broke. I got it jammed in there for now. Maybe it'll work for a while, but I need to solder that in there. You can push it on through. I found you can push this on through, and we can solder that back on there. The sending unit wire, a real easy way to check them. Of course, you have an ignition signal and a ground. So on the ignition part, I've got 24 volts here. The signal part, I have no voltage here at all. So I took the signal wire off the sending unit back there, and the gauge should have went to full, and it's not doing anything. So it needs a gauge. So I'm going to put all this stuff back together. Got the leak fix on the transmission. He had to order the filters. I needed 4. I mean, because he's really fixed to start using this thing pretty hard, so we want to get it all taken care of. There's 2 filters in here, and there's 2 more on the other side that take the same number, and only in Wairika here they only have 1 of them, so they had to order the other 3. So we're going to come back and change the oil. I see that there's something else that appears to be leaking on this thing that I just noticed. The hydraulic pump there's a little bit wet. I don't know what that is, or is that from me taking hoses and stuff off? I might brake clean that off and see if there's something else leaking there. I think it might be from me taking this hose off and laying it there. But anyway, so I'm gonna make it to where you can run it. I'm gonna get the oil pressure gauge. You know, I've got it to where it'll work. We know it's got oil pressure. I'm gonna put all the side panels on it and put that one little plate I put off on the belly pan back on, and then I think you can push some dirt with it, or I should say push rocks with it. That's about all there is rock. Anyway, alright guys, on to the next one.